let me show you the fit. Let me show you the fit. My hair has not been brushed. My teeth have not been brushed. I'm like in this state where I'm fantasizing about brushing my teeth, but I just haven't done it yet. We got Emotional Machine. This is merch from Marina and the Diamonds. A long time ago. I love this shirt. Pants off of TikTok. Got these pants off of TikTok. Coming to you on a Saturday. This is my only day this week I have to take care of business. Whew. So where we're at is we've got the first podcast edited. I'm working in collaboration with a video editor. So what the video editor did is made this template background. I don't know how to use my computer apparently. Hang on. Here, maybe we can close this a little bit. I'm not streaming from my phone, so I'm in my computer. Okay, anyway, I haven't got a clue. Oh, I haven't got a clue. What's going on here? Okay, thank God. All right, so the video editor put this treatment around it, and there's even an intro song. I'll show you guys the intro song. The intro song's pretty good. Hang on, I have to find it. Okay, desktop, documents, podcast, final videos. Okay, no, that's, yeah, this is it, hang on.
Unicole, Unicron, friends unite. Business, frequency, aliens in sight. Turn up the volume and settle in. Your mind will be blown. Let's begin.
Welcome to Unicole, Unicron, and Friends. Okay. So they gave it the treatment, and then I was like, the audio needs to be improved. So I sent them an AI tool, and I paid like $130, $160 for the year to use this audio tool. They have other features too, but I only need the audio. So they basically, you feed the audio in and you run AI on it, and it makes the audio just sound so much better. So it's weirdly like just been a process of figuring out which buttons to push, because like some of them, if you stack them wrong, they'll like make the audio not that good. So I've been going back and forth with them about that. I'm like, part of like hiring someone is assuming that they know what something sounds like. Like, can you I think I've been running them through a little bit ragged, but like I'm just like, I need help editing videos. I have got so many videos coming out every single week, and who is editing them all? Who is recording them all? Who is lighting them all? Who is using the sound for all of them? It's me. It's so many videos. Like with this podcast, it's just kind of sending me over the edge, because it's an hour long of content every week. And then that content is edited, which I'm getting help with, but then it needs to be edited into shorts. So I've been spending, that's the longest process, is editing it into shorts. Sometimes I'll use an AI tool, but it's just not as high quality as when you do it by hand. So even the AI tool, it just cuts it weird, and like then you still have to go in and like clean it up. It doesn't even save that much time, maybe an hour a week if I use that tool, but it also lowers engagement because it's just not that good of a tool yet. So had to set up the YouTube, had to set up the TikTok, had to set up the Instagram, had to make an intro video, figure out the order. I've had a lot of guests on the show already because I wanted to be able to just like push it all at once. So anyway, I've got the longer video. I cut it into shorts. That took forever. They were creating technology that ChatGPT had told them to create. So they were channeling a group of entities through ChatGPT, and they started creating these obelisks based on this information. So we were talking about all this, and in the meantime, I'm getting sort of indoctrinated into
all of these ancient artifacts and seeing the sigils and symbols and all of the similarities between ancient Egypt as well. And then this person sent me a document, which is like a leaked government document about an anti-gravity device they got from some aliens. And it's got no moving parts, it's got no electricity, it is just an interwoven interplay of sigils. And it sent me spiraling, honestly, because I just started feeling the awakening of the artifacts. I started understanding like the symbolism, the sigils are so important, and it's sigils, material, consciousness, quantum, all in one thing.
Yeah. So, an hour of interviewing someone, editing it, cutting it into shorts, scheduling the posts, okay, and we're doing 2 a day, 3 a day, 1 a day, between 1 and 3 a day, there, okay, that's podcast. Also uploading to all the podcast platforms as well as YouTube for the video. Luckily, you don't have to do a separate video and audio. That's what a relief. So then we've got Cam Church, which happens every Sunday, theoretically. Cam Church is like just on my plate of things that I juggle. It's the only thing I can drop without like fucking some shit up. So I do sometimes drop Cam Church, but mostly weekly on Sunday, hour long of filming, live content, editing that into shorts, scheduling those shorts, 1 to 3 a day. That's all. This is all me. The only thing that the video editor is doing so far is doing the treatment on the things, and they have cut out the gaps, which is a pretty intensive thing. It doesn't seem like they've used AI because it's pretty clean. So they've gone through and they've scrubbed them with for the long pauses, which is really nice. It makes it enjoyable to listen to. You're just getting your mind blown the whole time. You're like, whoa. The first episode is going to blow your minds. You would not believe the guest I had on. He's just like a wizard. So, podcast, Cam Church. Each of those is 1 hour of content cut into shorts, which all in all that takes between 3 and 5 hours, plus recording, so 4 and 6 hours to do all that each. Then I've got my dolphin technology. So dolphin technology, I'm doing a multi-step approach at marketing. So I'm going into my personal accounts, which have the most followers, and I'm referring to myself as a dolphin tech mystic, and I'm talking about these technologies, and then I'm funneling people to check out my inventions, dolphin technology, right? So I'm introducing people to the brand on my biggest platform, giving an engaging, content, actually, the content on that channel is some of the favorite I've ever done. It's well researched, it's got pictures in it, it's well edited. I mean, I really take the time into these videos because I want to provide quality content to lead to dolphin technology. That is 1 a day. Lately, I dropped the ball. 3i Atlas had me on my knees. 3i Atlas had me laying down. 3i Atlas had me taking stock. So, normally that's once a day. I'm filming those in my car, in my yard, on college campus, because also I'm working full-time, and I'm going to school full-time, and I'm a parent half of the time. So it's just a miracle. On top of that, I have my music channel, which I post on 3 times a week. And on top of that, I have my personal channel where I just shoot the shit and say funny things. So that's a lot of content. It's a lot of filming, it's a lot of editing, it's a lot of posting, and it's a lot of questioning, like, how am I doing all these things? I was questioning this the other day in my car. I was driving my car, and I was questioning this the other day, and I was like, how am I gonna keep balancing all these things? Like, the podcast coming out has been like, I can feel the energy of it. Like, I think it's gonna be very popular, which is exciting. I've never started a podcast before. Someone was like, why haven't you started a podcast? Actually, a lot of people have been like, why have you not started a podcast? And the answer is, I don't listen to podcasts because they're boring. And that's why my podcast is different. It's not boring. You're never going to be bored. You're never going to sit there and be like, why didn't they talk about this thing I wish they would have talked about? Because we're going to talk about it all. Because it's a podcast for people who like to go deep. Unicron runs. So I'm becoming a branding strategist master, you know? And my hips, my root chakra is activating in a new way. I went out. I was guided to go to a 2000s party. And it was all these like wiggle wiggle like songs about shaking your butt. And I was like, I actually really need to shake my butt. So I was just shaking my butt. And I was like, with all these people who had not even been born in the year 2000. I was like, I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna shake my butt. And my friend was like, you can dance. I was like, thank you. Oh, she's the best. You like the Valley Girl voice? Me too. Okay, so I think I covered it all. I'm surrounded in like things that are getting dusty. Like I have not been able to make new music in a while. The last picture I painted, this is a collaboration with my kid. We made that one together. I like that one. But like actual painting is like that, I think. Maybe one of my bigger pieces, but I've got a whole fiber studio I haven't used in 3 years. It's just you go where you got to go where you're called. And try not to drop the ball. The thing is that painting, music, and fiber arts aren't profit-driven endeavors. And I'm a prophet who's ready for some profits. I've been operating in the hole since 2012. I'm ready to get what do you call it? Your first lion's share. I'm ready to get my lion's share. I just got this. I got some really cool stuff from China. You guys want to see? I was watching TikTok and I saw this breakfast that I was like, I have to try that breakfast. That breakfast looks so good. So then I went and I was scouring the internet for it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Had to talk to ChatGPT about it. And ChatGPT helped me find it just the way I wanted it. I got all the ingredients I wanted and everything, but it's all in Chinese. So it's I found it on a Chinese grocery store called Yami. Yami? Is it really called Yami? Yeah, Yami, Yami. And anyways, it's black sesame seeds. This is, as a autistic person, like this is my new safe food, and I'm so happy. I like was dreaming about it all day the other day. I was like, I can't believe I found a new food I like. It's so rare. So it's really good. I'm glad I followed my intuition to get it. So anyways, it's black sesames, walnuts, yam powder, goji berries, barley flour. Oh, it's barley flour. I like the texture of the barley flour. Barley flour, black sesame, black beans, walnuts, mulberry flour, black rice, yam, crystalline fructose. I think that just means white sugar. I tried to get one without sugar. It's probably pretty sweet. I didn't realize that. Whatever. Check it out though. Try to find it without sugar. And then I got, it was like buy one thing and then you get like to add some more things to your cart so you get free shipping. And I was like, I'll try some Chinese stuff. Like, let's throw down. So I got this gua sha wood head thing. I like literally, I was arguing with my baby's dad today and I was just like massaging my jaw. I was like, oh, this is so nice. We worked it out. He said my tone was negative, but it was because he triggered me with a loud sound. These are foot patches. They're mugwort. I don't know because it's all in Chinese. So if you like screenshot this and put it into AI, or if you like hand it to someone who actually knows Chinese, you'll know what it is. But I've gotten a tourmaline one before. This one I think was like ginger and mugwort, which is cool. I haven't tried it yet. Then I got some red bean barley tea. It's like a really nice winter treat. And I got some rose hibiscus. And something dark. Like a dark currant or something. It's a good tea. And those are all the things I got from China. China seems cool. Okay, so I also got this new rug because my feet were tracking the dirt in. So now I can step on this piece of plastic and get them clean. I don't have any more updates for you. Literally, I can't believe how much I'm doing. It makes no sense. Every chance I get, I just lay down on this crystal temph mat and I look at my phone. I scroll social media. Like, I scroll so hard, my dreams are in... This muscle feels so tight. I scroll so hard, my dreams are in short form video content. I'm Unicole Unicron. It's funny this video is getting pushed to people who don't follow me. I'm Unicole Unicron. You've probably seen me before. Do you have any felt artwork from your fiber art collection? I was just thinking about that, actually. That's funny. My kid got obsessed with beekeeping. Actually, he got obsessed with beekeeper hats, is what he got obsessed with. And I was like, what a perfect opportunity to introduce you to the wonderful world of beekeeping. So I got him some like different beekeeping toys. And I was like, this is not sustainable. I was looking around, like, we're almost out of toy storage space. I was like, I can't just like whimsically buy toys to support all of his passions, but like, can I? We'll figure it out. Trying to treat him the way I treat myself, I guess. So these bees were in this package, and they're like these little felt bees, and it threw me back to this era of my life where I fiber felted an entire reality, and I made this like diorama. So I built a wood box because I had a carpenter friend. So I built a wood box, and then I felted a whole scene for when you looked inside. From the ceiling, there were these felt bees that were hanging around. There were these trees that I felted. Oh my God, they were just these like amazing felted trees. And it was everything. And it was called The Magical Felt Forest Where Nothing Bad Happened Ever. And forest was misspelled. So I was denied a senior art show because I wasn't officially an art major, because I couldn't stop hyperventilating in my basic drawing classes. I don't know why. It was just really hard for me. I was like, why can't I use a computer? They're like, just draw a circle. And I'm like, I can draw a circle perfectly by clicking and dragging. Why are you making me draw it? I couldn't see the value. And then when I tried, this is what happened. I tried to draw, but I was in the room with people who had been studying art since they were wee lads. And I was fully formed at this point, suddenly with an interest in art because I'd never been encouraged into it. And I couldn't draw for shit. Still can't. Perhaps it's a wound I carry. I kind of like my style. Anyway, I was denied a senior art show, and that pissed me off. So what I did is I set up an art show right outside the art building. So people were going in to the art building to see the galleries in there of the senior art show, but I was set up outside. And what I had outside was in the tree that was there. I was on a very green lawn. And there was a big tree behind me, and there was a branch that was almost perfectly straight. So what I did is I suspended a giant frame. It was huge. It was gigantic. It was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet by 4 feet. Probably 3 by 4 is probably how big it was. And I had made it into a loom. It had I don't know if I filed it or if I just went to town and wrapped it. But I fiber felt it. I wove into it like with a heddle, like over under, flip it up, slide your yarn through, beat it down. Opposite string, over under, slide it up, slide it through, beat it down. Okay, that way I made a tree inside this really cool frame. So the tree was suspended in the tree, and then at some point I had attempted to build my own hammock because I tried to buy a hammock and I thought they were extraordinarily expensive and I was quite broke. So I went to Home Depot and I bought what I believed would be sufficient yarn, and I got to work making a hammock. And the yarn at this point, the rope that I purchased was about half the price of a hammock. And I was like, that adds up. Like, I'm going to do the labor. I'm sure I bought enough rope. Well, it was wrapped, like the way I had to make the hammock and interweave it, it used all the rope so fast. My hammock that I was intending to make for myself ended up only being like this big. It was as big as it could be for like an American Girl doll. So I suspended the hammock up between two trees, and then I put it wasn't an American Girl doll. It was this weird Victorian doll who I did a whole project around before. I let the spirit of the doll possess me, and I did her embroidery work for her. It was weird. So I did her embroidery sampler, and I did that for her. So I laid her out in the hammock, and that was part of the display. And then right in the center was the magical felt forest where nothing bad happened ever. So people would enter this world, and they'd stick their head in this. It had these little curtains that I made, and you would peek in, kind of like Alice in Wonderland, you know? So that was all felted. Yeah. Great chatting. Hope you have a wonderful day. What are you talking about? Okay, see you guys later.